Hello everybody, I'm Don1 roaring to victory here, and here I am with my first ever Q&A. So, after the questions that you left in my Q&A suggestions video, let's let the questions begin. But first, with our first set of questions, we have the Dragon Critic, and his first question is, did you get a chance to see the Lego Ninjago movie? No, I haven't had the chance to see it yet. I'm waiting for it to come out on Now TV, but once I do see it, I'll contact you and tell you my thoughts on it. Next question! And with the second question, what did you think of Ninjago Season 8? Well, I thought it was okay. It wasn't as good as my favorite season, which is Ninjago Season 2, and it's also not as bad as the 7th season, which I think is the worst season ever. And for his next question, Jesus Christ, there's tons of them out there. Favorite Ninjago character? Well, it used to be Jay, but since they're focusing on him less and now focusing on literally nearly every other character apart from him, it has to be Zane. Next one is, what's your opinion on the Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Gador? Well, I don't think I've ever heard of it, but I was just thinking about it. I think I saw it once years ago, and I think I was scared of it. I don't know, I can't remember. And his last question, do you think they'll make a Legends of the Guardians 2? Well, sure damn hope so, because I enjoyed the first one, and I sure hope they do. And I can't. Actually, just thinking about it now, well, what could they do for it? I can't blame them because I can't think of anything else with a bad with a forgettable bad guy being defeated. I don't know what they could do. I mean, like, since the last one was based around Easter, the next one could be based around Christmas. Like, have them fight Krampus? I don't have a bloody clue. But I sure damn hope so, because people at DreamWorks are creative. Okay, after those set of questions done, time to go on to the next lot. King, we have, do you like the Globber Glora? No, I think that is the worst meme to ever exist. Worse than the... I forget how it goes, it's so terrible. It's your dick is now a noodle. Think that's the second worst meme. But my favorite meme has to be either somebody touch my spaghetti or the Piano Man one. And now we go on to the questions, which I actually really want to answer, because I've been wanting to either talk about them for a while, which is the last one, or a one that I'm quite interested in. And from DinoCap we have, do you think Camel's spin-off of Theropod Chronicles will live up to the old one? Well, I don't know, because you need to think about the style of shows Camelsaurus makes, because they have very simple stories, like how they pretty much have no plot twists. I mean, like, the original only had one plot twist, but it's been 3 years since the original, so things have to change, things have to evolve. Meanwhile, I don't like how the Saurophagonixes and Gorgus are dead just because he doesn't have the figures, and how Aviodens is returning just because. There are no plot twists, like how he could easily lead up to it being Aviodens, then just stab the audience in the back with it being Thermos's mate, which went mentally insane, throwing their expectations off the chain, off the tracks, See, plot twists like that can make a show better and could really make the audience invested in the show, and could only be as good if you have a good payoff as well. See, it all matters. Every single second of a show matters, and I would include like having more than at least one plot twist, like having lead up, having things change along the way, having multiple storylines lead into the overall storyline. Things like that make it less simple. That's just one thing. Make it less simple and have plot twists. Okay? Okay, Camo, if you're watching this, like, include stuff like that. Plot twists. Next question. And from Carl34, my favorite DinoTuber, we have, what is your opinion on the development in the DinoTuber community in the last few years? Good? Bad? How could it improve? What's it doing right? As for the first one, what is your opinion on the development in the DinoTuber community for the last few years? Well, I'm very happy that you asked, because I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. Well, I think it's been alright. Because, for example, let's take last year. There's been some good things and some bad things. Let's first go over the bad. The diss track trend. When the DinoTuber did this, DinoTuber community did this absolutely stupid diss track trend. I despised it. That, I personally believe, that is the worst part of the DinoTuber community to happen in years. Trust me, I have been in this dinosaur community for years. I have only started making my videos very recently. I have been watching, meanwhile, I've been watching this community for bloody years. I have been a part of it. I am one of the old timers. And the diss track trend was just horrible. Especially since Raptor Riot is trying to revive it. All I have to say is that, fuck off, diss track trend. Go away, never return. Fuck off. As for the good of last year, I absolutely adore how DinoTubers are sort of like adopting or supporting these smaller DinoTuber channels. Like how, I think it was either this year, I think it was this year, or last year, I don't know, I got confused, I can't remember. Bionicle gave a shout out to Dino Man, which I'm totally not jealous of. He gave a shout out to him, which I think is great. I absolutely adore it, how DinoTubers are giving shoutouts to smaller DinoTubers. And I can't name any, well, I can't name some DinoTubers that Camel gave some shoutouts to, just as so many gave a shoutout to. Baryonyx King, and Mr. Fossil, and this one other guy. Like, I think they could improve it by how give shoutouts to people who are clearly dedicated, like Dino Man. He is clearly dedicated, even though I'm jealous of him. If I might be jealous of him, but I can still admit he is a good DinoTuber. He's dedicated. He cares about his fan base. He does stuff. Meanwhile, okay, I'm gonna list these off one by one. The random guy. I don't really know him. Like, what has he done? All he has done is make people say, a pretty good series. Yeah, I watched one episode. I thought it was alright. Mr. Fossil. What has Mr. Fossil done? Nothing. That's what he's done. Nothing. At least I don't think he has. At least I think he has. Anyway, Baryonyx King, he's a nice guy. I don't really think he uploads that good of quality. Sorry, Baryonyx King, if you're watching this. I don't really think your content is that major. Give shoutouts to people who are clearly dedicated and clearly love the fan base. People who keep their promises. Like, Dinotubers like me. Like, I am dedicated to this community. I I upload every week. I'm gonna start a series very soon. Well, maybe two. Yeah, two shows very soon. Which nobody cares about. Which upsets me because there's rubbish, like complete rubbish, that other people in the DinoTuber community make, which have tons of people watching. Like, this is how the main thing it could improve. Stop paying attention to the people who aren't dedicated and who don't love the community. Pay attention to the ones who are dedicated, who love the community, and for bigger DinoTubers, give shout outs to the one who clearly care, and like sort of like adopt the smaller DinoTuber channels, give them advice, help them with the dinosaur community. And another way it could improve is how the DinoTuber community could improve is by being more mature. Like, just think about it. I mean, I know this myself. Most of the Dino community are little children. Little children, like, I know people in the dinosaur community who are 6. Bloody 6. And yet, it still feels like there's barely any of us. I mean, like, there are barely any of us in the DinoTuber community, I think. Any people who actually mature and who actually make very good content. I mean, like, okay, let's get rid of a very good content bit. Now let's focus on the... What was the alphabet again? Yeah, the amount of DinoTubers that there are and being mature. Most of DinoTubers are 8 to 10, and they're crap. Get rid of them. Keep the decent ones, like Dino Man, Spinosaurus 925. I can't think of any others. How could I think of any others? I'm in the dinosaur community and I can't think of any others. Like, keep people like them, people who make good quality content. Kick out. Well, not really kick out. Like, don't shout out. Don't support the people who make bad content. And tell them how they could improve. Tell them how to make it better. Make good quality. Keep the audio good. Film at decent times in the day. Stuff like that. So overall, the DinoTuber community is in an alright spot. So, and we should mainly stop paying attention to DinoTubers who aren't dedicated, but meanwhile help them improve their content, and pay more attention to the ones who clearly care about the community and dinosaurs in general. Pay more attention to ones like me and Dino Man, and for the bigger DinoTuber channels, help the smaller ones. Sort of like adopt them, support them. And the main problem with the DinoTuber community is that it needs to mature. So that's the end of my first ever Q&A, and it was a long one, wasn't it? And if you want to, I'm gonna try and make this a monthly thing. And if you want to ask any more questions or any other questions, just ask them in the bottom of this very Q&A, and I'll answer them in the next one in a month. So, after that, it's this time for me to leave. So, here's in Dinotrax 01, roaring to victory. Rah!